is back, and Duke is looking real good. Fourth-ranked Blue Devils blew out number 2 Kentucky last night by 34. Duke has one of the most hyped freshman classes of all time, and Zion Williamson is a big reason why. Last night, Zion had 28 points, 7 rebounds in his college debut and only missed 2 shots. Not a bad way to start. Shannon, how good will he be in the NBA?
Well, he showed us a lot last night, Skip. When watching him in high school, all you saw was dunks and layups. And so I was like, okay, can the guy shoot? He only shot 1 3. First shot of the night. He made it. But this is the evolution of the NBA. The big guy that just constantly plays with his back to the basket, those are eyesores. Those are dinosaurs. Look at all the bigs, the Embiids, the Anthony Davis, DeAndre Ayton, Mo, all the bigs Skip not shoot threes. So he showed you that he's having range. He's improving that. I have a concern though. Skip, he's 18 years of age. He's 285 pounds at 18.
Yeah.
Is he going to be 285, 275 at 25? Because when I saw him in high school, I said he's left-handed. I said he reminds me of a way, way more athletic Zach Randolph. That's what I thought he was. But obviously, Zebo shot a couple of threes later in his career. But Zebo was never this athletic. What concerns me, Skip, is that just his size. I'm concerned that is he going to stay motivated, keep the weight under control, because that's a lot of weight. Think about it, Skip. If he was in the NBA currently, he'd be the second heaviest player behind Bobo of the Clippers. Let that sink in. At 18, 400 players in the NBA, he'd be the second heaviest at 18. So that has to raise some red flags for you, Skip, a young man. I tell you another guy that was, I don't know if he was this had to bounce like him, but Julius Peppers. Julius Peppers is 6'7", about 280. Played college basketball. Didn't had a heck of a career. He's going to go to the Hall of Fame as a defensive end. But played for Carolina, went to the Bears.
He's still playing.
He's still playing. Yeah. So that's my concern. He's shown he's going to improve. I believe he'll just get better and better over time. Can he manage his weight? If he can manage his weight, yes, Skip, he could be a star in this league.
That is a good question. So, last night was the first time I got to see him other than YouTube clips against some real competition on a big stage on national TV. And my first thought was, is this another Charles Barkley? Because you remember the round of rebound or sound, whichever way you want to go. And I don't know how much Charles ended up weighing. Was he in 280 range? I think
so. By the end.
Right?
Because he probably was 250 when he first got to the league.
I'm not sure Charles was more than 6'5", but he could jump and he was very athletic and he had all kinds of basketball skills and he could shoot it, obviously. But ripped? This kid is NFL ripped. This kid's got biceps and triceps and pecs and he's got it all. And I know he carries a little extra weight in his midsection and his caboose. Yeah,
he got way more butt than Zebo.
He does. But again, would he be able to make it in the NFL as a pass rusher?
Yeah, he'd do Julius Peppers.
Oh, he would be Julius Peppers. I like that analogy. He could also be a tight end, I'm pretty sure, and he would be virtually unstoppable in the red zone with that kind of explosion. Charles did not have this kind of leaping explosion.
No. He has a 45-inch vertical at 285.
It's ridiculous. And what caught my ear after the game was that I think Cal Perry thought what you thought. Well, he's only 6'7", and I'm not even sure he's 6'7". They list him as such. 6'6.5", I don't know. So Cal Perry said, well, I threw a 7-footer and a 6'11" kid at him, and it was candy from babies. Like he just rises up over him. So his background. In high school, he played the point. His mom was a sprinter in college, and she taught him early and well. And then he had a stepfather who played basketball at Clemson, and they taught him right. And he knows how to play basketball. And he's left-handed, but he's just as good with his right hand.
That's what I was confused, Skip, because like you said, I watched a lot of his basketball clips on YouTube, and I'm like, is he left-handed or is he right-handed?
He's both.
Because he's dunking with his right hand as easily as he does with his left hand, but if you watch him, he shoots with his left hand. So clearly he's ambidextrous, amphibious, whatever.
Whichever way you want to say it. And if we have that clip of it, the game was way out of control, but he's running fast break, dropping dimes on fast breakers with two-hand bounce passes, no-look bounce passes. Look at this. This is just sweet.
Wow.
You know, look, you can't teach that. You know, it's just hard for you to be that big and that powerful and be able to do that. So, again, to me, I'm seeing a perennial all-star. But more important, the team that gets him is going to have a chance to win multiple championships because that's winning basketball. That's unstoppable, but winning basketball because he's going to share the ball and he's going to pass the basketball and make the right play at the right time.
We talk about how big LeBron James is. The dude is 15, 20 pounds heavier than LeBron.
Yeah.
Let that sink, and he's 18.
18 years old.
Yeah.
We've never seen anything like this.
I've never said this is the next evolution of basketball, and it's almost like football basketball, but he's highly skilled at basketball.
Right.
That's almost like an unfair combination. So also what caught my eye was the box score, because that other kid, R.J. Barrett from Toronto.
He's probably going to be the first pick in the draft.
He might be, but he's got the selfish gene in him because he's just going to shoot.
Oh, he's shooting.
He's going to shoot. So, look, he took 26 shots last night. Zion took 13 shots. So he took twice as many shots, and he scored a bunch of points. He put 32 to 23. I'm sorry, those are minutes. 33-28 on points. But Zion's going to score highly efficient points.
Right.
And over time in the NBA, he'll average 5 or 6 assists because he's capable of it.
Well, Zion got in foul trouble early. Had he not gotten foul trouble, he might have got 40.
He might have. So will R.J. Barrett be good in pro basketball? I think he'll be good, but I don't think he'll be like perennial all-star great because he's also 6'7". So he's just kind of that middle range guy. But
we've seen 6'7" guys like R.J. Barrett.
Okay.
We haven't seen guys like Zion Williamson.
We have not, because he's got 7-foot wingspan, which it's like freakish body parts put together, and his strength and explosion is off the charts. Where, like LeBron, even now he's still a man among boys. A lot of nights where he's just so much stronger than everybody else. But against Zion, like if they're matched up in the post, I don't think LeBron's pushing him around.
He got too much backside.
Right.
I mean, Zebo probably could jump this high on a trampoline, but this dude up off the floor, Skip, and he quick with it. You find very few big guys that's quick. The thing that separated Charles, Skip, because he was so undersized, Charles was a quick leaper. So he could lead the floor and be back on the floor and back up again. Right. This kid has that kind of bounce.
Yeah, and nobody ever accused Charles of being a great passer because he just didn't care about it, which is why he didn't make an Olympic team with Bobby Knight as the head coach. Because Bobby just didn't really love his game in general.
Or a workoutaholic.
There you go.
So, but if this kid, if he can, that's the question now, because, there's, big kids grow up to be big young men and big old men. So the question is, can he control that?
Yeah. And I don't know what his diet is. I don't know if he could lean out.
Man, he's 18 years old. Burgers, fries, tacos, burritos, fried chicken, whatever they serve in the training hall.
Okay, but to your point, that cannot rise in pro basketball. They cannot go up because your knees can take only so much.
Yes.
And if you're 300 and you're jumping that high and coming down that hard.
That many times a night. They ain't got enough ice baths. They
don't.
To take the pressure off those knees.
You're not born with enough knee cartilage to protect that, to keep bone from getting to bone.
Yeah, I mean, when I was 18, shape. I could eat anything.
Yeah, but
anything
fell right off.
Shredded like newspaper.
But could you jump like this?
No, probably about 38 and a half, 39. I ain't have no 45. But I jumped as high as I wanted to.
Did you?
Yeah. I was flushing on folks. I was giving my head.
Anybody recruit you to play college basketball?
I had a few offers. I had a few offers. Not too
offers, just a few.
The thing was, actually, I was a better basketball in track than I was in football.
Yeah.
I only got one trophy in football.
Really?
My senior year, I was the MVP of the team. But basketball and track and field, doing that thing on the rig. You
got a lot of maybe Savannah City State.
No.
Basketball.
Skip, I was prop 48. With my grades, I couldn't have got in prison, Jenny.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah, they were bad, Jenny. I needed a crane to pull them up.
I think you could have gotten in prison.
Come along.
No. My grades, they said, no, we ain't taking you. Your GPA too low.
You ended up with plenty of trophies, though.
Yeah, got a few more Lombardis. Got a few Lombardis.
Yeah.
Oh.
Terrell Davis.
Don't do that, Skip.
Ray Lewis.
I think TD and John. I think that my guys will say, you know what? I don't think we could have done it without O'Shea.
Really?
Nah.
I've never heard that from anyone.
Yeah, you heard that?
No.
Well, I'll have to get them on here to tell you.
News to me.
That'd be nice. Get him on here. All right, how about this? Des Bryant. Is he going to be a game changer for the Saints?